Hey everyone, Chris here from Roundtable Co-Op. So we've had Johnny and I playing The Lord of the Rings Return to Moria for the last week or so. It's been absolutely fantastic, such a good game. It's probably the best Lord of the Rings game we've ever played. And thank you to everyone watching on our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is growing nicely, thanks to all your views. And we're loving reading all your comments and suggestions and helpful tips as well. For me being such a noob, well, I'm not going to take full blame. I'm going to blame Windows Update. It stuffed my audio settings after the last Windows Update the other night. I was tired, I just turned the recording software on, hit record, and off we played. I'm so devo that the audio didn't work, because this gameplay you're about to see was the coolest thing we've seen in the game so far. We've seen some cool things, we've done some cool things, but this took the cake. We actually found a boss, or kind of a mini boss. And here we are, we've just come into a place called Orc Town, and that in and of itself was really good. So we came into this cavern that we were about to explore last time we logged off on part 4 of our series, but we stopped because we were too tired. We're old men and we're dads. But this got us into a place called Orc Town, which supposedly has the second fragment of Durin's axe. So we started to fight our way down, and it was actually quite difficult. Like you can see, because we're playing co-op, the difficulty of the monsters is 2 stars. And if you're playing solo, then you'd still struggle, but it's much easier. But yeah, in co-op it's quite difficult. So Garbs has been knocked down there for some reason. So I'm trying to clear the way so that I can get Garbs back up. So I'm using sword and board because I love playing sword and board characters. So I'm a human paladin normally, but I love playing dwarf paladins. And it's such a cool thing that there's also the leading race in this game. So we just resurrected Garbs now, and we're fighting through. Yeah, so we went through Orc Town, and then we got through to a cavern. And there's so many heroes tokens here. So there's fallen dwarven heroes. So there obviously must have been a big battle here. The dwarves held on and only so much, and there's some dwarven fallen heroes. So we've got a few of those tokens that we can use to make a memorial torch back at camp. But we're just ploughing through some rock here, and we go through a fair number of corridors. We find some new ore, but we don't have the next level of pickaxe yet. So you can see that coloured ore there on the wall. This was a pile of dung or something. Absolutely nothing. And we go through, and we've obviously cleared some orcs, so we always take out the totems. I've watched a few other playthroughs where they leave the totem up, and then I don't know if it's just sheer coincidence that the monsters respawned or because they didn't clear the totem. Clearing the totem also gives you an orc key, which you can open up that treasure chest there. It usually has some gems, and what we've been looking for is black diamonds. So black diamonds are used at the map. I don't know what the actual name of it is called, but basically it's a fast travel system. So back at your camp, if your camp's a semi-established one, it'll have the ruins of this map machine type thing. But essentially once you repair it or build one, so once you repair the first one, you learn the schematic to build one. Repairing an existing one takes only 1 black diamond. That's quite interesting here. Look at that vertical leap on that dwarf. That is some serious agility by Garbs there. Myself, Dr. Disrespect, will be quite proud of our vertical leap and the height ratio. More fallen heroes. And so yeah, the map fragment thing basically allows you to fast travel. So 1 black diamond allows you to repair it, and 3 black diamonds actually help you build one. So we're trying to not only clear dungeons and keep moving forward and progressing our map, but also looking out now for black diamonds and collecting those, because Garbs has played a little bit ahead on his single player game. So he's got this wicked torch in the back. He's holding it now. He can actually hold the torch, and it doesn't use fuel, so it doesn't run out. But when he's not using it, it just goes back. And it's so good. Like, I really want one. It's apparently it's a masterwork torch of some sort. But he's gone a fair way ahead, so I'm not up to that in our actual playthrough, our co-op playthrough. Alright, now we're getting close to this special new area where the mini-boss is. We're always quite methodical. Oh, here it is. That's our first introduction. We absolutely shit ourselves when we heard the roar of that dude. Now, as soon as you got in here, the horde started coming. And they're weak like a horde, so it takes 2 hits to down these guys. The bigger ones take more, obviously, but they just kept spawning and spawning and spawning. We were like, holy shit, this is awesome! And then the big guy joined the fight, so you see him jump down just there, boom. So we're taking them all out, taking the little ones. We got a little update there to find the second axe fragment, so we're in the room that would find it. And the big boss, the Bolgak guy, does this big AoE attack. But what I found is my shield slam interrupts his big hits until I got whooshked. So Garbs, he's either dead already or he fell at about the same time I did. Yep, he's dead there. So we got absolutely slaughtered at our first try. Okay, so we're back now. We've run back. We fought. We didn't have to fight our way back because nothing respawned, so we just dropped our stuff. We've got a completely empty pack now. The plan is to run in there, bolt in, grab our stuff and get out, and then reassess the situation. So no doubt we're going to aggro them. Always the big guy's down already. So we've got to run in. We've got to loot all. Boom. What's cool though is when your pack's completely empty, it puts everything, including your quick bar, back in the order it was. So that's really brilliant. So you can press 1, 2 and equip your sword and shield. So we've come back to this room. We've realised that it's a what do you call it? It's a mob train. So we're like, right, we've got this nice little corridor. Let's kill zone. Let's take out as many as we can and see what happens. You can see the health bar of the boss is still up the top, so he's going to be coming at some point. So we take these dudes out, and there's a couple of stragglers. I think we were like, right, because we realised that our armour was fucked. So we're like, geez, what are we going to do? I thought, in the heat of the moment, how about we put some lights up? Because previously, I love the commentary Garbs. It's like, you got to light our way. You got to have some good lighting. So we thought, well, we're well fed. We've got our gear. Let's have a crack. Realised that our armour's stuffed, but we put it on anyway. And let's have a crack. So this is attempt number 2. We've killed some of his ads. So the plan was I would do some stuns. Garbs would get in there with his big whooshka cannon. He's got a buff on his that does the AoE on his axe. So he thought he'd use sword and axe, and then I would use shield and axe, and I would use sword and shield. Well, our mistake was we split up. So you can see the AoE damage of the big boss just went whoosh on Garbs. I've been hit quite a few times, so I'm pretty much dead. So we've all gone, fuck it, let's just run. Garbs has run off. I've got to kind of shield myself as I run through. One little tap will kill me. So we get through here, running all the way back. We realised that the big boss is too tall for our little dwarf tunnel here. So we're like, ha. I'm not a big bow and arrow fan when I'm playing a melee character, but if we had bow and arrows, we could have just cheesed the boss and just stood back here and pegged him. But we thought, nah, let's just go toe to toe. If I can stun him, and Garbs gets off his big shock attack with the axe, maybe we'll have a crack. But I think Garbs took a big hit then. I've got my shield up, so I'm absorbing it, and it's about 1/3 health at the moment. What we didn't realise is the monsters found a back way to us. We're like, what the hell? How'd they get around there? So we left the boss, and then we're like, okay, let's just clear the ads, and we'll get back around to the boss. And we're like, no, alright, the boss is bloody with us as well. So now we're fighting basically the ads and the boss in this small corridor. Garbs got absolutely smashed then. and I've got a slither of health left, and then I've got the boss here in this little doorway pushing him out with my shield. So I was like, do it, man, do it, he's got not much health left. And I was like, oh Jesus, okay. So we are timidly, well, I was timidly kind of just holding the door, hold the door, trying to desperately to get him because he's got not much health left. I was like, oh, I better run, I'm gonna run. And, oh no, he come in. I was gonna eat some food, and he's just hitting super hard. Managing to hold him back though. But then he kind of got into this little, he got inside the corridor, which I didn't think he could do. And I'm doing my best, I'm panicking. Gar's like, do it. And I'm blocking and hitting and blocking and hitting, and boom, I died again. And that little bastard's like, hey, I got you, son of a beast thing. Alright, so we triple buffed up. We ran all the way back, but our well-fed buff drops off right as we get to the entrance of the boss, but we've still got the 2 main buffs, which is great. So I was waiting for Garbs, and the plan is he's going to get his, I think he was going to get his big dual axe out, but I was like, right, I'm going to tank the boss, you take all the ads. So I just went toe to toe with the boss. I was stunning, hit. Even now and then I'd have to back off if there was a little mob that was close by, block that. But my job was just to basically tank and spank the boss, while Johnny just did his big AoE axe swings and just took shit out. So I couldn't see how well Johnny was doing. That's another thing he and I were discussing, is it'd be sweet if we could see the health of our co-op buddies in the game, even if it's just like a mini little health bar on the left or near ours. But it'd just be great to know visually, just a quick glance, that what health scars got left. So we're going toe to toe. So I've not lost any health yet. I've taken 2 big hits to my armor, but otherwise doing pretty good. He's down less than a third. And Gar's doing fantastic, taking out the AoE ads. We found that they just keep spawning, so you can take them all out, but they just keep spawning. So really, we just concentrated solely on the boss. Gars would do a couple of big hits, and Bushka, we fucking got him! Oh man, you should have heard our hootering and hollering when that big guy drops. So what happens is, as soon as the boss drops, every other orc just bolts. The end of Azog's line journal entry. That's so cool. So we just went and swept up all the loot. One thing we thought, again, I think we mentioned it in other videos, we'd love like a loot all option. And one of the cool things on Twitter today I saw from the developers is that is an option coming in the next major update. There's a lot of quality of life changes coming, which is brilliant. And one of them is the sweep all loot. And inventory sorting and ease of like moving stuff from your inventory to an existing storage pot and all that. And while we're in here, we remembered we've got to search the area for the axe fragment. So I found this as I was killing the boss. I heard this bling or some kind of noise, and I wish we had the audio, but basically it was telling me to search the area for the axe. So we looted these chests. It basically had gems and ore in. So we got Garbs to swoop up all that, and then we looked around the area for the second piece of Durin's axe. The Durin's axe sounds freaking hardcore, so, and Garbs loves his axes. So we had a quick search around. We're like, what the hell? It's in this area, but we can't quite figure out. Like, we thought maybe we hit these chains and drop something down. I then thought, what if we just smash down the whole thing? And Garbs like, no, don't bloody do that. So Garbs found a ladder, and he's jumped up onto the second level, and that's where he found Durin's second piece of Durin's axe. Boom! And we were so stoked. We were running back to the camp, like high-fiving and fist bumping and dwarf bumping, all that kind of bumping, because we took down that mini boss. We were absolutely so pumped. But yeah, I'm just absolutely spewing that I stuffed up the audio. Stupid Windows updates. But thanks for watching, everyone. I'm loving the comments that are coming through. Thank you all to the subs and the likes. And we will be back for episode 6 in the coming days.